What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying all these videos that I'm making. Today, I wanted to go over my fitness journey and what really happened. I feel like a lot of people don't really know the timeline, so I'm gonna go over the timeline with you. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit me down with a comment. I love reading them, especially the nice ones. And I will get into this video right now. Okay, I have not shared this story because it's very vulnerable for me. There's a lot to it, but I just feel like it's a great time to finally open up and tell you how my fitness journey began. So, where to start? Well, my name's Savannah. I was born in February 1995, and growing up in Seattle, I'd always been a pretty small kid, really tiny until I hit the age 10, and just puberty was not nice to me, not nice to me. I'm gonna pop up this picture, burn it, it's not nice. So I struggled a lot with that, just didn't like how I looked, so and it was just puberty. It wasn't like I was eating poorly, it was just puberty. And then around 13 to 14 rolls up, I start shedding that baby fat, I start getting curves, I start becoming a woman, and I just remember in middle school, I had really thinned out, but one time I heard someone say, "Oh, I can't believe Savannah used to be fat." And I was like, "Oh, I used to be fat? What?" I just thought it was awkward. So those little things really hit me. And I remember in middle school, I had a boyfriend and he was mad because I broke up with him in middle school, but he called me Thunder Thighs. And I have always had larger legs. And I was mortified, and that haunted me growing up. So then past middle school, high school rolls up. I am a volleyball player, I play club, I play for school, really active. I honestly did not have issues with my body at that time. I thought I looked great in my spandex. Here's a picture of what I looked like in high school. I was living. Then senior year rolls around, I wasn't gonna play club volleyball because I didn't want to do college volleyball. So I was like, I'm gonna get a job. Where to get a job? Starbucks, because that's the most Seattle thing you can do. But Starbucks has a lot of pastries and has a lot of sugar in their coffee. And who loves a extra caramel frappuccino with vanilla and chocolate drizzle? Me. So I go into college and I had gained a bit of weight because I had just never eaten that way. And I mean, I'd always gone to the gym. Both my parents were bodybuilders. That's actually how they met. Was my dad was a trainer at a gym and my mom went to the gym, and they got into bodybuilding together later on when they dated. But so I always had a foundation of the gym, but I just didn't know how to work out in high school. So not working out very well in high school, eating a lot of frappuccinos equals not feeling the best or looking the best, feeling really sluggish. So I get to college and I'm like, what? I put on a bit of weight. That's weird. And my freshman year, I wasn't in a sorority. So what I did was I'm gonna work out. I have nothing to do because I went to school in the middle of wheat fields, and I might as well just work out. So I would go twice a day. I would eat a bunch, but I was over exercising so much. I kid you not, I would spend 2 hours on the elliptical and be like, oh man, I need 2 more hours now on the stair stepper. I was insane. So I lost a lot of weight to the point where people started saying oh my gosh, Savannah, what has happened to you? And I thought I looked great, but I just didn't see that. And it wasn't I wasn't feeding myself properly. It was simply I was bored and I was exercising to do something. And that's just my personality. I love to exercise. So that's kind of what happened. I was really, really slim my freshman year. And then roll into me joining a sorority, and I end up going to Barcelona in my junior year. So my third year of college. And I had kind of toned down working out because so many people were like, holy cow, Savannah. Clearly I had a life because I had joined a sorority and met more people in the college. So I was kind of back to my normal weight. And then I go to Europe and I study abroad in Barcelona. I'm not joking you. There was a bakery below our apartment that had €1 chocolate croissants and cafe con leches. I got them twice a day. Yeah, honestly, worth it. Like having the cheese and the wine, and oh, it was 100% worth it. I don't regret anything at all. I even had a gym membership in Barcelona, but nothing was saving me. I was just rogue. I was crazy. I was like eating all the Spanish candy every single night, wine, insane. So I put on, I think it was 20 pounds, and like I'm 5'5". So I was dating Michael at the time, and he comes to visit me in Barcelona halfway through the semester. And I remember someone took a picture of us, and I just start crying, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And like I carry all my weight in my face and in my legs. And I was like, oh my gosh, Michael, I have put on some weight. And of course he's like, no, you haven't. No, you look great. Come eat some cheese with me. So I'm like, okay. So then I kind of ignored after that. Remember, I deleted the photo. I wish I didn't. I wish I could have found that photo that made me so upset. I bet you it wasn't even that bad. So I get back from that amazing time in Spain, and I'm living with Michael because my parents had moved, and I started working back at Starbucks. The bakery's great. But I realized once I got a scale, finally found one, I was like, holy cow, I am 20 pounds heavier. I have never been this heavy. And I could tell, like I could just tell with my stomach, I didn't feel that great. I could see it in my face. And I just was like, holy cow. So I worked that entire summer. I ditched all the sugary stuff. I was slowly trying to lose that weight, and I definitely did. But then I get back to college, and I have a boyfriend that's doing distance. My best friends are there, so I had a ton of free time after work because I worked for the university to go to the gym. I joined a spinning class. That was great. I joined a spinning class, and it was great. And like, to me, working out was like going on the elliptical, going on the Stairmaster for 20 minutes, and then like doing a set of crunches and be like, we're good. Because there was something down below where all the weights were, but all the scary boys were there. So I was like, no way, I'm not gonna work out there. And so I was like mortified. And like I get through halfway of the first semester, I'm like, I have so much free time. And like I noticed my body changing, but it's not changing fast enough. And like I want a booty like all these people on Instagram, and I'm like, what do they do? What do they do? And they're like, we weight lift. And I'm like, huh. So I joined the CrossFit club. I convinced my friend Mark to join, and I'm like, I've never really lifted much weights. I've like maybe used the cables a few times. I truly knew no one. So I joined the club. It's a 2-month trial to get in. So you basically train, you learn how to lift, and then you join the club. So I learned how to lift for 2 months, and I loved it. And like you could really tell, like with my butt, you could tell with my stomach, like things were paying off. And I'm like, holy cow, I love lifting weights. I'm getting sweaty from lifting weights. So I joined the club, and I actually end up injuring my back. So then I quit the club, but I'm like, okay, I can lift weights. Like I learned how to deadlift. I learned what a sumo squat was, like a RDL, a good morning. I had no idea what that was. So I kind of kept that in the back of my head. I graduate college and I start working. And I mean, we went to Thailand as a graduation present, and like, this is what I looked like in Thailand. Like I didn't look bad, I looked great. I was feeling great. I had done CrossFit. I had done that cycling studio. Like I was having so much fun. I felt great about my body. So then we, I move in with Michael, and I start working, and at work I start eating all the goodies and the snacks. I start going to happy hour with my friends. I start drinking on the weekdays, where I just was consuming so much sugar, so much added calories I didn't need. And this is when we were deciding to move to California. And I'm like, I want to move, even though I don't know anybody, like, let's just move, let's start over. I don't like Seattle. Michael's like, dope, let's go. So we pack up, we move down here, not knowing a soul. We get our apartment complex, and we have this beautiful gym. And I'm like, okay, well, I have no friends here. You can only hang out with your boyfriend so much. You need to get a life. You need a hobby. So I'm like, I liked lifting weights at CrossFit. And I'm like, wow, I like really liked how it made me feel. I could probably just YouTube how to do it now, like if I'm rusty, if I don't remember. And we have this gym that's literally a 2-minute walk from our apartment. So that's like where I spent all of my time. And it was so fun, like I really enjoyed it. I'd get up early or I'd work out late, and this is when I started getting interested in online trainers, started like finding Gymshark. I remember I had no idea what the brand was before. I started seeing girls like Whitney Simmons and Taylor Chamberlain and Nikki, and I just was like, wow, that is so cool that like they're documenting their journey, and also just like they're so natural, you know, like they're themselves, they're humble, and they just like to work out and be like, hey guys, like follow this workout if you want. So I started following Whitney's workouts, Taylor's workouts, but like I wasn't really focusing on nutrition. So then I turned out like this, and I was really, really skinny. I was really flat everywhere. And then I'm like, I need to put some muscle on me. So then I am like, I need to eat in a surplus, and I actually just YouTube everything, like how to count macros, just like certain weights to lift, like what my schedule should be, what the heck a workout split was. And this was all in the time frame of Michael and I not knowing anybody. So that's just like what I did all day after work, because I worked remotely. So what else was I gonna do? I didn't want to hang out at home because I was always home. So then I actually start to learn how to bulk, and I turned into this. And then I'm like, man, this is cool, but like I want to see my muscles. Like I want to be lean, and I want to like be agile. I want to be able to just like run outside, and like I want to be strong. So then honestly, I just kept researching. I did what like would work for my body. So I realized like eating at a deficit and increasing my protein really helped me. And I learned that HIIT cardio was like the key to shedding that stubborn belly fat that I had. Like certain things that worked for my body, it may not work for everybody's, but I just learned. I literally just YouTubed. I remember I listened to podcasts and watch YouTube tutorials on everything all day long. Because like when you work remote, it's not like there's anyone to talk to. So I just always played podcasts, like health podcasts, YouTubed everything. When girls ask me like, how did you learn this? It is on the internet. That's what's the coolest thing. I probably watch every single Whitney Simmons video, probably watch all of Taylor's videos. And I know Taylor was a nutritionist, so she kind of touches on what to eat. I loved their what I eat in a day just to kind of get an idea, and like even what the heck macro counting was. So then, you know, this is how I turned into this. I spent a lot of time at the gym at first. Then I learned more research and learned that you didn't need to slave away at the gym. You just needed to lift weights, but you didn't need to just lift weights. You also needed to include cardio into your workout routine. Otherwise, you would bulk, or you won't be as lean as someone. So that's kind of where I learned my mix. It's been working for me ever since, but there's some times where I'm like, hey, what the heck is going on? I need to learn, like I need to reevaluate my eating, or like how can I get a better source of protein, or why am I feeling so tired in this? What am I deficient in? I just YouTube it. I guess that's my fitness journey. It's not like a journey that I'm like, oh, I was so sad at my life, like I hated it. Honestly, no, like I'm a very positive person. Like I hope you see that from, you know, my Instagram and my YouTube channel. Like I love life, and there wasn't a time that I was like miserable just thinking that I was fat or anything like that. I wasn't at all, but I just knew I wanted to be a better version of myself. I wanted to push myself. I wanted to see if I was going to be able to do that, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I look at girls on Instagram and I'm like, I'll never get that body. I'll never get that booty or something. And it's like, you totally can, and you can be beautiful in the way that you want to be. Like, no, genetics may stop you from certain things, but like own it and like start your own trend, or you know, just help others that are like-minded like you, you know, or have the same body type like you. Like, it's so cool. I get messages from women being like, hey, I run into the same issue, or it's so relatable to see somebody that wasn't just naturally thin. Like, as you can tell, I can fluctuate. So that is my fitness journey. I hope you enjoyed it. And I guess right now, like where I'm at right now in my fitness journey is I'm really happy with my body. I feel like I can really maintain it now. I can still eat what I want on the weekends, but I'm always conscious and I'm always getting back to my roots on the weekdays. I do work out almost 6 days a week, but I'm not like slaving away. Like I enjoy working out. Where people enjoy watching Netflix, I used to love that. I still love Netflix, but like there's a time and place for it. And if you can watch Netflix when you're on the treadmill, do it, man. It's great. Like fit it in any way you want. In the future, I would love to see more muscles, so that's currently what I'm working on. I'd love to get a 6-pack, and that is also a goal of mine that I'm like, I'm gonna see these puppies one day. They're gonna show up. But that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit more about me and my journey. I hope it helped you. Feel free to comment if you have any more questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube video, and I will see you next time.